Hey, I'm Ali or Novo Amor.
I'm Yvette.
We're going to do a production breakdown of our track Monty.
Do you want to talk about how the song started?
Yeah, so the whole song started with a guitar riff that I guess you wrote, just kind of sat here just messing around.
Yeah.
And that original riff was this. So that's basically it. The whole track was actually slower as well as this. But then, to me, I don't know, that didn't really feel... It was a cool riff, but it didn't really feel like the start of a song or like a verse. It just felt like a cool riff. So it's like, well, what do we do with that? And the next day we decided to chuck it in the Logic sampler. Yeah.
I really enjoyed playing with the sampler because you get to basically turn that riff into an instrument in itself. And I don't know, what I like about some of the tools available to musicians these days with technology is I think having something take away control and randomize things is actually really inspiring because, you know, if you're sitting with something that you know, you have your pattern of how you do things.
Yeah.
But I think one really cool thing about the way that the sampler splices is up based off of transients is you don't really know what it's cut up. So when you play something, like it kind of generates a pattern for you. I remember I was just like playing with it and I played that riff.
Yeah.
I would never have written that if not for the sampler.
Yeah, like so much of this track is based off randomization and like using the chi, which we'll get to. But being able to chop this up into little increments like you can see here and then spread that across a keyboard, and then we have a keyboard in front of us and you just, you know, you hit random notes and it can make a new riff. So using that method, we kind of just pieced this together. I say we, mainly you.
It was really fun.
So that kind of just became the main riff. I think it was just a lot cooler than that first riff. That first riff to me was a bit too major, or what I would call play days. Hooray! Which won't make sense to you. That was a kids' TV show from the 90s, which all feels very like, yay, happy.
Also, I enjoy the way the sampler kind of changes the value of the note, like staccato. Sometimes it almost sounds like it's like reversed or something.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it just sounds very, I as a guitarist, I'm pretty obsessed with making stuff that doesn't sound like guitar.
And that's what this does, I think. It sounds like you couldn't really play that live, and you couldn't. There's like so many notes overlapping and stuff, and you can't have exactly what you want or what you hear, but then you hear something else and oh wow, that's a nice surprise, let's use that. So kind of that became the kind of, I don't know, the meat and potatoes, the North Star of the song. Let's like follow this thing. Well, there's a person outside. What the hell?
Why is there a person?
You see him?
Yeah.
Weird.
In your house?
There shouldn't be people here. I mean, in general, get rid of them. These little like beep beep beeps kind of complement the riff. Little DX7, just synth, VST, not the real one because nothing matters. That's kind of like where the main riff came from, and then we're like, right, let's just put like a driving beat behind it, and just the most basic thing. These are like Lindrum samples, put in the sampler and just played. So. Very basic, and then just kind of added some little variations.
What's
like
Chris Angel?
We'll get to Chris Angel.
Okay. I can't remember.
You know what Chris Angel is? Like using like tuned snares to just add like the dun 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 tone of the track, which is super soul. But I just got very obsessed with just I don't know. Chris Angel. This is a pack of cards going. Remember that?
Yeah.
You were like, I really want a pack of cards going.
I really want to sample the pack of cards.
It just gave. I'm gonna turn them up. Turn up for Chris Angel.
I forgot we actually used them.
Yeah. It was just to add like a little like before the snare hit. So almost, yeah, just like preempting the snare a little bit. Little details like that. And then like cowbell. Cool. Again, just Linn drum, very basic sounds. And then little, just to add like an extra bit of rhythm. Shake it. That's basically the drums for like the whole thing, I think. What became such a big part of the song, like you said, was like the randomization of stuff and using the Chi, the Walrus Audio Chi Etherealizer.
Nice.
In collaboration with Yvette Young.
Hey, it's my signature pedal.
Yeah, your signature pedal was just kind of coming in clutch. But it was kind of just a chance to play with it and experiment.
My favorite way we used it was getting all like the random room sounds, right? Like you took a mic and you mic'd just us making a bunch of clutter.
Yeah, we took like a mic and just kind of had like one of us playing the nylon guitar and again, ooh, just like putting it in front of the guitar, going ooh like this,
ringing
bells. There's like a video of you like hunched over like ringing bells like a goblin.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Chi kind of just like the Logic sampler, but even more random. Just like takes it and just like mixes it up, changes the pitch, and just kind of
reverses it.
Pops out all this stuff. So like an example of what that does, this isn't something we use, this is like a long take that we end up cutting from, is this. But there you go, that like we heard this bit and we're like, ooh, that's like a loop right there. And that ended up becoming kind of like the start of the song. Yeah. So like, I just want to put all the Chi stuff together. These are like the comps of all the different like Chi parts.
So organized.
Right. This is not organized, it's a mess. In the verse by this point. They're kind of buried, but if you put it with the guitar, the little bleepy bloops. I love that. Yeah. That's cool.
I like adding this stuff like lightly in the background and like, you know, the way you pan it, because I think it just adds depth to the guitar that's there, because it's not like you're consciously listening to all the little blips and boops, but it just kind of makes it texturally more interesting than just a guitar and a mic.
Yeah, it just puts it into another realm, just like how room tones do, and just little noises. It sets the scene a little bit more.
Yeah,
and I think it has this like little like a magical vibe about it. Just I think the high-end bleeps and bloops always going to do that.
Makes it sound more human too.
Yeah, true. Yeah, with the little voice bit in there. And like, I don't know, it sounds like clutter in a very nice way. And I think matching with the kind of the human but also magical side of the video. Kind of works very well.
Yeah, all the machinery and stuff too.
There's like more of these. Like, what is this?
There's the bells.
Yeah, that's the bells, and end up being like a kind of like a ride. Yeah, kind of percussive, which is cool. What's this? Chiptune stuff. Kind of just like we had this like kind of almost EDM video gamey feel that we were kind of like chasing, almost like casino vibes. We had just spent some time in Vegas. And I think our brains have been like overrun by the Vegas machine sounds.
Yeah, I don't know. I find slot machines kind of inspiring. The way they sound.
Yeah, I love cool. Losing money. It's sick.
Yeah, I mean, winning.
Winning, right?
It's negative.
Yeah, no, but I agree. They're such cool, interesting sounds, and then like these little synth stabs I added, which are super quiet, but I really like.
Oh, those are awesome.
Yeah. I kind of wish they were louder. It kind of go with the basses. So like,
Wow.
reminds me of this 90s video game called Toe Jam and Earl, because everything's like, they're like super cool, like laid back alien creatures, just like going around their world. So everything's really wobbly, and it just reminds you of this kind of like.
We can use a MIDI instrument by itself, but I think what really makes MIDI instruments shine is stacking them with other sounds. You know, like for some of these sounds, we're like, oh, it sounds a bit like, you know, like a toy keyboard. It's like a very recognizable DX7 tone, but I think what makes it fun is to try to shroud it in a little bit more mystery, so it doesn't just sound like out of the box tone, by stacking it with like, I don't know, the Simplant stuff, or like, you know, another MIDI sound that you wouldn't hear, and so together it just creates a totally different, more complex texture.
Exactly. Like a thing we've done before, thanks to you, is like, oh, I want harpsichord sounds on things, and it's like, yo, this isn't like 1600s. I don't want harpsichords around, but they sound great. It's
sounded
really
great
cool.
Stacked with stuff, especially guitar. Like I think a great way to double guitar instead of using another guitar, which is like a very similar frequency. You know, doubling it with a MIDI instrument, it may sound kind of goofy, but if mixed properly, it actually adds a lot of tonal interest to it. Like I remember we went to James's studio and we listened to those. Was it Hendrix recordings?
No, it was Fleetwood Mac. Yeah.
Oh, I think a separate time I was in there listening to Jimmy's. Jimmy.
First name
basis.
Yeah, right?
Jimi Hendrix's recordings, and he doubled the guitar with kazoo.
Kazoo?
Yeah.
He was like, he did overdose, so that's the kind of wild shit you do when you're high, I guess.
I thought you were going to say he did overdub.
Oh, no.
OD. Overdub.
Okay.
We OD'd.
We OD'd making
We
this
hell
track.
OD'd.
I nearly OD'd trying to do this shit. It was hard to mix. What is this? Let's go to the bridge. The bass. Like.
I love that.
So this is the bridge bit. But yeah, these disgusting bass sounds, I'm going to turn them up just so you can hear them. So I'm going to play them in context. Yeah, they're like super low in the mix, but they give like the bass like this like grittiness and add to that kind of like weird random kind of sound. But it's this.
This sounds like whack-a-mole to me.
Whack-a-mole.
You guys have that here?
Yeah, I think it's just...
What a horrible game.
Let's move to... Maybe do the instrumental stuff first.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, yeah, okay. So, yeah, again, Chi. With the digitalis on it to make it sound a bit like...
Like it's glitching out.
Yeah. That's without...
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Digitalis is like digital degradation, kind of like early 2000s internet connection sort of vibe.
Shout out Aberrant DSP.
Yeah.
Also the manufacturers of the beloved Sketch Cassette.
Yes, Sketch Cassette is sick. I use it on everything.
Great saturation.
But these are just like random guitar scratches. I'm going to turn them up.
Again, it just adds like a textural interest and a percussive...
Yeah, it just added like a realness to the like kind of...
glitches.
Very glitchy sound.
It almost sounds like a wah pedal.
Yeah, oh god.
Okay, Rage Against the Machine.
This just little overdub guitars you added at home.
Oh yeah,
they're cool.
This song was almost called, I'm looking at the track name, it was almost called Dog Egg, but then we looked it up and apparently dog egg means poo.
Dog poo.
So
it's a dog egg.
I
don't know why we called it dog egg for a bit.
Because we were like,
so it's cute.
Like, what if a dog laid eggs?
Yeah, that'd be
apparently
cute.
they do in the form of feces.
Shit.
So
Yes. Bridge. Again, this is like a riff you wrote. Chucked it in. It just felt very natural to go here. Then we got the guitar doubled on, I don't know what this is.
DX7.
It's kind of like you were saying about doubling the guitar with something. Like, what is
Yeah.
this sound? Pipes. I don't know what pipes are. What is this? Oops. Pipes and
Shamisen, which is an
shamisen.
a Japanese instrument.
Cool.
And it's interesting because I remember the predicament was the guitar by itself sounded organic, and then the thing we made on the sampler sounded like video gamey, and to marry those two worlds is like a challenge. So we were like, oh, let's put some more artificial sounds over it just to put it in the same universe.
Yeah, and I think it works. Let's listen to some of this stuff like together. I don't know, just like little. I think there's also, I did some guitar down here as well.
Yes.
More like,
Nice.
that's my country folky vibes coming in.
It's tight.
And then your ethereal guitar vibes coming.
Sparkly.
What is this? I'm really liking this.
Ooh.
You can't hardly notice it.
Same. Sometimes I feel like when you have a project with so many layers, so many things just like slip, you know, under the radar because you just forget that it's there, and it's actually really cool.
It makes it hard to mix because like you bring one thing out, it takes another thing down, and you have to really choose what you want. But like just having those two notes like clash, like just like a nice little accent. Like
What is that distortion or saturation we hear?
That is this Arturia Cold Fire.
Ooh, go to the chi layer.
Chi layer.
There's a little
Oh yeah, there's some cool chi bits here. These. Again,
those are made by feeding a riff into the chi, and then it has a feature where it pitches it up but also speeds it up.
Yeah. So
we just comped that one moment and placed it where we wanted it. So
it's cool. This is just the end. What's that?
Did we do a copy paste?
We copy pasted, but then we added like there's more drums going on just to keep the momentum, and there's like these acoustic bits weren't really like.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and
I love it.
they're really cool. Yeah. Whatever's going on here. Some birds you recorded outside your house in California.
Yeah, texture. And then
the cute,
drums got a little...
The cutie little pie, Bub's bark.
My dog.
It's on those two snare beats, so cute.
When I was at home, I got him to do that by playing images of dogs on the computer and then using my phone. But it's funny because now every time we hear him do that bark, we think of the song.
Yeah, it's so weird. Again, I love those bits. They feed off the main riff really nice. So cool.
Yeah.
We have this in the background, just like kind of holding it down.
Oh,
yeah. Also, I ended up making the whole track as a MIDI thing because we wanted to hear a chiptune version. So then we had that main riff on MIDI. So I ended up just kind of like adding MIDI versions of the riff underneath. I'll turn them up so you can hear. just like FM8 sounds, which is just an FM synthesis thing. Adds like a little bit more brightness to like the second time you hear that main riff.
It's funny because, you know, in doing this, you had to translate what that sampler made to MIDI, which, you know, it's you would never write something like that on MIDI if not for the sampler. And then I remember when we did the acoustic version.
Wait a second, just say the word and I'll be saving your sin. Oh, what a rush.
It was really fun trying to translate something that like essentially a randomizer made to an acoustic instrument and have to like play it.
Yeah, again,
I think it makes me a better guitarist.
Yeah, probably. I definitely wouldn't have like written that riff just on acoustic guitar.
Never.
I think that's weird to like hold that chord there. Why would we do that? But
yeah,
hearing it with the riff, it makes a lot of sense.
I think what I enjoy about the sampler also, and you know, the Chi coming up with all these little blips and boops, and then us comping it and deciding what to do with it, is it's like an alternative way of working, where instead of you deciding what to make as a sound, you kind of are presented with a bunch of sounds and you have to decide how to arrange it and what to do with it. It feels more like a puzzle.
Yeah, it's kind of like collaging.
Yeah.
Kind of like, you know, sampling stuff, but the stuff that you're sampling is like your own sounds.
Yeah. It's
So
a nice
like,
limitation.
yeah, it's cool. It's super creative. Yeah, it just gives things new life.
Makes you think differently too.
It does. Like, I don't think either of us would have made this song without each other.
No, absolutely not.
No. Oh, those are just some bells. Let's look at the vocals then. What's going on with the vocals? Just singing, isn't it? Don't need to know about that. It's boring. Yeah!
What's your vocal
chain? I don't really want to listen to my own voice, to be honest. Let's listen to your voice. No. I mean,
put it on me.
Oh, what a rush of blood in my whole team.
We Foreman shifted me really high, like Alvin and the Chipmunks there.
Yeah, so like this first harmony.
It also sounds like it's through Synth Plan or something.
It's something's going on. There's no plugin on it. I think that's an export that we bounced in place.
Okay.
And what is this little bit?
You're my whole team.
That's just a
I kinda get it.
and again, form it down. So it's got a little bit more like, I guess, robotic and video gamey, and just help them mix together.
Oh, what a rush of blood in my whole team. I kinda get it. Montana at the top.
And then we just go like super dry on this one. So
to lead a life like this one.
just so it has some like punch once it drops back in.
Do you want to point out the rising pitch? That little burr.
Yeah.
That
Where
was
is
the
that?
Digitech
This.
Ricochet.
This.
Yep.
Kind of like, it sounds like catchphrase or something.
Yeah, it does.
It's a TV show.
Oh, what I would give to lead a life like this one.
What else is there to talk about?
Wait a second. Just say the word and I'll be saving your seat.
So the guitar's here. Just chops of loads of different guitars. And we brought back your original riff that we didn't use and we put back in the sampler for this first bit and mixed it with a new sample-based situation. So let's...
Throw burden, sevens and back on.
I can throw it all away for something real. Something real.
Okay. Layers.
Yeah.
On layers.
It's so cool how it blends, though, you know? Like, they're just such disparate things, but they really do kind of feed off each other.
Yeah, and we dropped some real bass in here.
Oh, yeah.
Again, just like DI straight in, and then I don't know what plugins, just like Radiator to give it some like crunch. Without the radio, it's just like, it's really just like DI'd bass,
Yeah.
no bass amp or anything. Kind of got lazy with it.
I'm all a fool. So throw a bed in 3-7.
Like what are these?
I'm morphine. I could have thrown it all away for something. Something.
Yeah.
I like the little artifact thing at the end.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like pop.
If you have questions, drop them in the comments.
Yeah, I didn't really get into like what plugins we used for a lot of things and like mixing, because maybe that's not like super interesting to most people, you know, to say like, oh, I used this wider plugin to make those scratches wider, or I don't know what I did. But if people do have questions, maybe we can answer them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is more like the creative side to it, of like how the song comes about.
Yeah. And this one purely came about, I mean, it started with a guitar riff that we were like kind of like mid, and then just feeding it into the Logic sampler opened up a whole universe, and we kind of made our creative decisions around the aesthetic of the sound of the sampler. Because I think normally we would write something that sounds more organic,
I think so.
you know, but now everything was like, oh, let's make it sound really, let's lean into the whole blip boop chiptune game sound.
Yeah, just wanted to have fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, at last.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was cool. I think like the video also kind of encapsulates this overall sound.
Yeah.
So check out the video if you haven't.
Go check it out, and the acoustic version. Yeah, so here's the project. It's a disgusting mess. There's also like a bit we didn't use. We could talk about that.
Oh, where is it?
There's like a whole
I totally don't remember.
section. It was like my
Oh,
doing.
yeah.
Me. I was just like, it's just not working. It's just not working. Let's
Yeah.
just like, it was. So there's the bridge. I think that bit was meant to flow into maybe this.
Yeah. It's a little out of time.
It's all a bit of a mess right now.
You can always pitch shift it and use it for something else.
Hold on, I want to loop that round. So it did circle back around like that, but I don't know, it just fell flat to me. And I think what we ended up with is so much better and cooler. Cool.
Sometimes you gotta make something and then kill it.
Yeah. Music-wise,
Yep.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. High five.
Killed it. Right. Thank you for watching.
Thanks. Yeah, if you have any questions, leave it in a comment and we'll try to get back to you.
Sorry. Okay, cool. Enjoy the song and thank you guys. I appreciate you. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.